problems involved with innovation and change resulting in reduced profitability for businesses? Well, one of the standard thoughts about big businesses is that they fail to innovate, whereas smaller companies are more nimble and adaptable and can quickly change their businesses to accommodate new ways of doing business. But, as simple as it seems, can innovation itself be a problem for business? At the basic level, of course, if a business fails ever to innovate, it will soon be surpassed by businesses that bring in new ideas and new ways of doing things. Because these ideas reduce costs and increase efficiency, some businesses won't succeed. However, some businesses can develop a culture and desire for an overwhelming quantity of new ideas, which can be harmful. Now, each new idea that's implemented in a business can come with costs to the business. These can be both direct and indirect costs to the business. Direct costs can be things like new equipment and costs of training the staff in their use. And indirect costs can be things like loss of production whilst training and installation are happening, also combined with a general disruption to the ongoing process of the business. This means that a new idea may eventually produce lots of cost savings for the business in the long term. In the short term, they can represent a loss in efficiency for the business, as the extra revenue that the new ideas generate can take some time to actually kick into the business. In some companies, poor management of change and innovation can mean that this rush to implement the latest technique or technology just to be seen to be on the cutting edge. This can mean that one new idea replaces the previous new idea before even the last one has started to generate the improvements that the adoption was supposed to produce in the first place. This is where larger or better run businesses can have an advantage in the implementation of change. By implementing fewer ideas and thinking through what will be the potential costs and benefits of the new working methods, businesses can decide only to implement those ideas that lead to a significant increase in productivity. In addition, they can plan carefully about how the change is implemented so that disruption to the operating of the business is kept to a minimum. The key idea in businesses isn't how many ideas you have or even how many you adopt, but by being selective about the ideas that you adopt, choosing ones that will give your businesses the greatest boost for the least amount of cost, then giving these ideas the time needed to recoup the initial investment in implementing the change over to the new way of doing things. Now, it's this selective implementation of ideas and careful assessment of the impact on the revenue of a business that's the important factor governing successful innovation and change. Being first is always better in business. Doing it right normally has a far bigger influence on the success of a business. Or, to put it another way, the early bird may get the worm, but it's the second mouse that gets the cheese. Failure to change and adapt will doom a company, but unplanned, rapid changes can be equally damaging for a company.